I believe it's personal. It's something Matt's been concerned about. Remember, he never supported me for Speaker. It's not conservative because he voted against the conservative continuing resolution. Look, I'm a conservative that believes we should show how we can get things done in a conservative manner.
There you have it. House Speaker Kevin McCarthy telling Newsmax Greta Van Susteren that the proposed motion to remove him from Matt Gaetz is personal. Now, only 2 other House speakers have ever faced this same challenge. This while Gaetz accuses Kevin McCarthy of making a secret deal with President Joe Biden over Ukraine funding. Kelmany Ducard has been watching every twist and turn of this story. She joins us now live from D.C. So, Kelmany, obviously a lot of movement today. We're expected to hear from Gaetz. That could happen at any minute. And also the motion to vacate vote today as well.
Exactly, and we're expecting that probably in just a little less than 2 hours, Bianca. But lawmakers that I've been speaking with this morning can't really anticipate which way this is going to go. But it did appear that many members, after that closed-door GOP conference meeting, there was a lot of appetite, rather, for members to push forward with this vote. Let's get it over and done with, and let's get back to business. Here's what we heard from the House Speaker on that imminent vote.
Look, I think Matt has planned this all along. It didn't matter what we transpired. You know, he would have done it if we were in shutdown or not. I firmly believe it's the right decision to keep government open, to make sure our military is still paid, our border agents are still paid. And if that makes a challenge based upon whether I should be Speaker, I'll take that fight.
McCarthy's publicly defended his decision to pass that continuing resolution over the weekend to keep the government open amid a lot of criticism from conservative hardliners that the speaker has bowed to the left's demands. And there is a contingent of supporters that are really dug in on this issue, including Arizona Congressman Andy Biggs, who tweeted last November, "I ran for House Speaker because I feared that Kevin McCarthy would not rein in federal spending and take on Democrats. As seen by his latest CR, these fears are now reality. He cannot remain Speaker." But one of McCarthy's biggest allies, Republican Congressman Dusty Johnson, speaking to reporters also a little bit about that math, believing that he'll emerge from this victorious.
The reality is that Kevin McCarthy is going to win this battle. 10 times more Republicans are backing the Speaker than are backing Matt Gaetz's unauthorized coup. And I think more people are buying Kevin McCarthy stock right now than are selling it.
Congressman Matt Gaetz, of course, responding to that support, tweeting, "Some of my wonderful conservative friends won't be voting to vacate McCarthy. They worry it might disrupt legislative business. I would remind them that the full scope of legislative work on the floor yesterday was renaming 2 post offices." We did hear a short time ago, Bianca, how Democrats would be moving forward with this. It does not appear that they will be backing McCarthy in this effort. Here's what we heard a short time ago from the Progressive Caucus Chairwoman Pramila Jayapal.
We are not voting in any way that would help save Speaker McCarthy. This is a Republican problem. They supposedly have the majority. They should be able to pick their own Speaker. We are following our leader, and we are not saving Kevin McCarthy.
As for the optics of this, Bianca, House Speaker Kevin McCarthy knows that he can't afford to lose more than 5 votes, but he says he's confident he'll be Speaker still at the end of the evening. Matt Gaetz, for his part, has already indicated that he'll continue putting forward this motion to vacate as many times as necessary until Speaker McCarthy is no longer in leadership.
Going to be an interesting few hours there for sure on the Hill. Kelmany Ducard, thank you so much. We'll be checking back in with you for sure. And joining us now, Florida Congressman Greg Steube on the House Ways and Means Committee. Welcoming Congressman Steube. Thank you for joining us on Newsline today.
Yeah, good to see you.
So it sounds like today will be some movement. I want to play a little bit of Congressman Gaetz last night after filing this resolution to oust McCarthy as Speaker.
If he's able to stay in power, it will be him working for the Democrats, continuing to do their bidding. So this is a revealing exercise, and I think it'll show the country who's really in charge.
So Speaker McCarthy went on X saying, bring it on. That was his reaction. But clearly, what do you think's going on here? McCarthy says it's personal. It seems like it's doing more damage to the GOP and giving Democrats an upper hand here. You know, today we had Hunter Biden in court, but we're not talking about that, Congressman Steube.
Well, and I thought what Congresswoman Jayapal just said is very revealing as well. And I don't understand if Gates is going to make an accusation that McCarthy is working with Democrats. Now the Democrats have the ability to determine who's the Speaker of the Republican Conference after the overwhelming majority supported Kevin to be Speaker. So if they do what they say they're going to do, and Jeffries apparently has said they're not going to do anything to help him, they're going to vote yes to vacate the chair. That means that a handful of Republicans, last count is 5 to 7, are going to join with every single Democrat on the floor to take away the Republican voted in Speaker of the House. So I don't quite buy the argument that it's McCarthy working with the Democrats when these 5 to 7 Republicans will be working with every Democrat on the floor to move to vacate the chair to remove the Republican Speaker. And the last time this happened, we ended up with Paul Ryan and we lost the majority. So history doesn't bode well for these type of things on the floor. Look, we live in a democratic republic, and the majority of people within that republic determine the direction that we go. Our conference overwhelmingly voted for Kevin. I would have loved to have seen Jim Jordan as Speaker, but he didn't run, and he didn't have the votes. Andy Biggs only had, I believe it was 35-40 votes. The Republican conference overwhelmingly supported him. Why wouldn't we then go and support the Republican who has the overwhelming majority within the conference? Instead, we have 5 members who are dictating the direction of our country for the entire House of Representatives. That's not the way that a democratic republic works.
And
it's
so,
clearly some type of personal thing between Gates and McCarthy, but why would you work with the Democrats to remove a Republican Speaker?
Well, yeah, and he's got 3 people supportive of his effort, as you know, Biggs, Good, and Crane. You know, how do you think this plays out today? He says he's going to do it over and over. That seems like it's, like you said, it could be personal. And again, even if it's tabled or if McCarthy is removed, the House is paralyzed. So just so people know that would be the ultimate. Who wins in that situation, like you said?
The entire House operations shuts down without a speaker. The committees can continue to operate, but a great example is I have a bill up tomorrow in committee. It was my hope to get that bill up to give tax relief to every American citizen that has experienced natural disasters since 2020. And if this vote is successful and Kevin is removed, none of that happens. My bill doesn't get passed this week. No legislation gets passed this week. All of these individual appropriations bills, which the Freedom Caucus has said they want all of these things to move, all dies. Everything is paralyzed on the House floor until we elect a new speaker, which it does. Even if the conference, as you have seen, supports somebody to come out, then they still have to get a 218 votes on the floor. So if 3 or 4 Republicans say, nope, I don't like that person, or I don't like this person for whatever reason, then what we are risking is moderate Republicans being like, I am sick and tired of nothing happening in Washington, D.C., and caucusing with the Democrats and supporting a Democratic speaker when Republicans have the majority. So this can cut the other direction. It's a very dangerous play because it only takes 3 or 4 moderate Republicans in Democratic districts to say, you know what, enough of this. I'm going to go support Hakeem Jeffries for Speaker, and Republicans have the majority, but it'll be a Democratic speaker.
Well, we're going to see how it plays out. Again, only the 3rd time in the 234-year history of the House that a speaker has faced a motion to vacate, and it's going down today. Appreciate your time, Congressman Steube. Thanks for joining us today on Newsline.
Yeah, good to see you.